Michelle are podcast's most interesting and loving couple. Join them every week as this radio personality and this author come together to let you into their lives.
There's one thing I want to bring up to you because we've actually talked about doing this in our relationship. So it says, what if a simple framework for spending more time together could potentially improve your relationship with your spouse or significant other? Enter the 2-2-2 rule. Have you heard of this?
I've heard something about it.
Okay. So the 2-2-2 rule. Try and swing a date night every 2 weeks, a weekend away every 2 months, and a week away every 2 years. The rule has its origins on a Reddit thread from 2015 and has been recently reappeared on social media as a form of relationship advice. I think it's excellent, psychoanalyst and marriage counselor Kimberly Hershenson told Fox News. In order to have a really great marriage, you have to spend time together. Former NFL athlete and international speaker Anthony Trucks and his wife Christina say that they practiced the 2-2-2 rule, but didn't even know that they were doing it until hearing about the method. I think this is very healthy. I think people don't really understand how serious it is to spend time with your partner. And if you get caught up in certain things, how, you know what I'm saying, kind of like figuring out your way out of those so that you can make some time is always the most important thing here.
I think that people get so comfortable putting it off.
Mm-hmm.
And saying like, oh, let's do it later, or we'll spend time together later. There's always going to be a time later,
yeah.
Or there's always something that's more important, you know, like, oh, I can't do this right now because the kids, or I can't do this right now because of blah, blah. And then you look up and you realize that something's happening in your life and you don't have that time anymore. Or like, you know, you and I, we've talked about this on the show, or if you guys haven't ever heard this episode, we have a caregiver stress syndrome episode that we talk about me being in the hospital and what that did and how that affected our marriage. Well, at the time we were dating, but it led to us getting engaged and now we're married. So go to the hospital if you're struggling in your relationship.
Got a ring on your finger.
Yeah.
You'll be a dummy like me.
Okay. At least I didn't say I was pregnant. So
thank God.
Yeah. So it's really important, though, for us to, you know, stop down and look at that, because you and I, we do our strategy in the sense of how are you feeling at the time. So when I have days or weeks where I'm consistently doing well, then we try to pack a lot of stuff into that time frame because we know that health-wise it can change. And people should live by that. When you have days or weeks or moments, or sometimes I'll come sit in the office with him while he's working or just when he's getting off work, just so I can have that time. And people just don't prioritize it because something else is always more important.
Yeah, so I think this is really great advice. I think the 2-2-2 rule, and if you can swing it, do a little bit more. But I think date nights so important with your partner. Hi, honey.
Hi, honey.
Oh my God! Forever or fail. We've got to do it because this one is nuts. So this was to the advice column over at Slate. My partner Chris and I have been together for 6 years, and I recently learned something shocking. We were splitting a bottle of wine and started talking about things in our past that would surprise the other. Chris certainly won. He told me that he had sex several times with his own mother, Sheila. She had been recently divorced from her second husband, not his father, and was going through a dry spell. They tried it once on an impulse and both enjoyed it, so they kept doing it until the rush wore off. To put this in perspective, he was in his early 20s and she was in her early 40s. We are both in our 30s now. Chris said that he wasn't traumatized by the experience, and I believe him. They still have a warm relationship. Sheila is a lovely woman, and until I learned this, I had no trouble seeing her as a mother-in-law. Now I feel like our relationship has completely changed. Whenever I see her, I want to blurt out that I know what they did. Chris said that I have a discreet conversation with her about this if I want. I can have a discreet conversation with her about this if I want. The thing is, I feel like we are competing as women now.
Oh, God.
That's the weird part for me, too. And she would have something over me if she knew that I knew. Does this make sense? Not to mention that Chris and Sheila violated ancient taboo. It seems like this should bother me, my relationship. Sheila feels different, but I still feel the same about Chris. I'm still thinking about marrying and raising children with him. Am I crazy? So, does she want to stay with him?
Yeah, she wants to stay with him.
I don't know about this one. Okay.
Read the advice that Slate gave her, then we'll chime in.
Okay. Dear Mrs. Oedipus, no, you aren't crazy. It would not be surprising if you ran in the other direction upon hearing that your guy had sex with his mother. But to claim that that's the only acceptable reaction is to suggest that he deserves to be stigmatized for life. I don't think he does, because what he did, seemingly with no precursor, does violate a widespread taboo that the vast majority of people in our culture just cannot surmount. Does make me wonder about his overall psychological state and romantic outlook. But it is certainly conceivable for someone to engage in this kind of behavior, not want to do it again, and emerge unscathed just because, well, anything is possible. We can't say for sure who people are based on their past actions. They, like us, are just people who have pasts. It's probably a good idea to do this in general, but what I'd do in your particular case is approach further commitment like buying a used car. Just like it would be foolish just to jump into buying before having a mechanic check it out, I think it would be a mistake to jump into marriage and children without the input of a third party. Ask him if he wants to go to therapy together. Talk to the therapist about this exactly and see what their take is. Another thing to consider is that even if Chris and you are square in his sex with his mother simply will not affect your relationship, you still have to deal with his mother, and this information, as you report, has changed how you view her. You describe conflicted feelings in which you want her to know that you know, but at the same time, don't understand what you're signing up for if you marry this guy. At minimum, awkward holidays and other milestone events. Your future with Chris will almost certainly involve her, even if he never puts his dick anywhere near her again. You'll probably be reminded of it regularly as long as you're with him. What you should be asking yourself is, can you handle that? That's a great question. And that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if you can handle the fact that it was, I'm not going to say a once in a lifetime thing, but an experience that is like far gone, you know what I mean? 10 years plus here, you know what I mean? Then have at it. But there's a lot of people who wouldn't be able to do that. And that's okay too. Like if somebody heard this and they found out this same shit, if you literally want to run away, you deserve to do that.
Well, and I think the part that's really a hang up for her is that it's his mother.
Right.
But, as an observer, I would look at this in terms of, can I handle being around someone that the guy I am in love with had sex with? Because
that's never going away.
Yeah. And ultimately, there are women who can't handle their significant other being in a relationship, having friendships with his ex people. And
that's exactly what I'm saying.
She's in a position where it's like, on the one hand, I want to look at her like an ex that you had sex with, and being around her makes me uncomfortable. But on the other hand, she's your mother. And because of that, there needs to be a lot of therapy involved. Like, the girl and the mom need to go to therapy and have the conversation. The mom and the son need to go to therapy and have a conversation. Yeah. The girl and the woman, and then they probably all need to go together, because their relationship will fail if there's not an understanding. Like, if there's no conversation about what's going to happen next or what to do with said information, then the relationship is going to fail, because she's always going to have that lingering animosity or the lingering negative feelings. And then I'm going to want to know too, honey, do you think about it sometimes?
Right.
Like, do you think about smashing your mom?
Yeah, is that your jerk-off material?
Yeah, this one is tough. I don't think that they're going to last, only for the strength of, I don't think their relationship is strong enough.
Well, I don't think they're going to last just because she's not going to be able to deal with the mom.
I'm glad she found out before they got married.
I mean, me too, but...
Man, that's crazy.
Let us know your thoughts on this Forever or Fail. This woman found out that her boyfriend slept with his mom in his early 20s and wants to know if she should stay with him, or is it okay that she does still want to marry him?
Yeah.
And will they last? Forever or Fail. We do this every episode. It's always such a good time. At Down in the DM Pod for Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. Let us know what you think. Well, I didn't think I would see the day so soon, honey.
I know.
That you would be playing That's My Jam.
You know, me either. I thought it would be you and I. Like, we would find someone to have us
Okay,
go
Lady
head-to-head
Gaga,
first.
relax.
All right, I see what we're doing.
You like
here.
that?
Yeah, I did. That was very good.
That was pretty good.
It was.
Oh, okay, thank you.
I would have rather, some Avant and Kiki Wyatt,
No.
but Lady Gaga is fine.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
All right, so That's My Jam is a very special one because you are stepping out of the host seat for today.
I
and
am.
You're sitting in the contestant seat today.
Yes, I am competing against my new friend, Danae. Hi, Danae.
Hi. I
Danae,
don't sound all like extra, right?
oh
you
no,
don't
you
sound 1-900
I sound
anymore.
no, you sound good now.
Yeah.
You sound like you're about to run out in the summer. You, know
You
what
don't
I'm saying?
sound like we have to pay you.
Exactly. You sound like you're willingly showing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. For the record, I'm worth more than 99 cents. I just have to throw that out there.
She said, I'm who Erica Badu was talking about. 9.99 or something like that.
All right, so Danae, how good are you with music?
Decent.
You're decent with music. I ask because my wife and I met and pretty much connected because of music and because of the love of music that we have. And so I'm really excited to see you guys go back and forth with That's My Jam today. Honey, of course, you know the rules. Danae, I know you've been listening to the podcast. You know the rules, but I'm still going to go over it for the listeners out there. So here's what's going to happen. You're going to get a 2 to 5 second clip. As soon as the clip plays, you will get 5 seconds on the clock to give a song title or artist. Well, me. If you give either one and you are correct, you get 1 point. If you give me both song title and artist, I'm going to ask you whether you want to go with the song title or the artist, and you're going to tell me which one. At that point, that's when you answer with the one you feel most confident about, and we move forward with the game. If your opponent doesn't know the answer to their question, to their song clip, whenever they get it, I'm going to ask you right after they are buzzed out if you want to steal. You do have to say yes. That is a clear rule in this game. You have to say yes to stealing. You can't just answer with the with your answer. If you do, I have to disqualify that answer, and we have to move on. No one gets it. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right. I'm going to pick Danae, since she's a guest in our house,
Mm-hmm.
to go first.
I like that, yeah.
Is that fair?
That's fair. I would have chosen her, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Danae,
Yes.
here is your first clip.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown is correct with Danny Lay. Easy.
I love that song so much.
Same. That song is lit.
All
Takes
right,
me
honey.
back to 2018.
I'm nervous. Okay. I'm ready, though.
All right. Let me mark this down so I can keep score since I'm doing everything today.
It's about time you did something.
Okay, very good. You ready?
No, but
You're playing your own game.
I know. I'm so scared. Okay, go.
Here's your first round clip.
Oh, Nick Jonas.
Nick Jonas is correct.
Okay, got
Tryna make the chains, but the chains
That
only
is
bring
Chains.
me.
Okay, let me tell you about this song. I talk about this song so much because I say only a white person is that crazy. Like, he cut the sofa up and everything.
All right, here we go. Danae, your second round song. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Girl said he keeps on.
That's Bryson Tiller. Don't.
That is Bryson Tiller. I'm going to go with your first answer since I cut
Yeah,
you
that.
off, so that was my
Don't play
fault.
with her,
That is
don't
don't.
be
That is correct.
Danae came about her A game.
Yeah, she's playing. She's playing. I love it. This is great.
I'm over here shaking in my boots. Stop it.
Your second round song. Here it is, honey.
Oh.
Won't you give yourself to me?
H-E-R, her. How do you say the bitch name? Like, what do you- okay.
I just had to see you struggle there for a second. I'm sorry. That was so great.
I just wanna see.
That's the song with Daniel Caesar.
But Daniel Caesar
Okay.
is the best part.
How do you say the bitch name?
All right, you guys are doing well so far. 2-2. You guys are tied up. Danae, you ready for your next round song?
Yeah.
Let you go, but it's
I don't even know.
Ooh, honey, do you want to steal?
I'll try to steal, yeah.
5 seconds on the clock.
Is it Summer Walker?
Is it?
I think so. I don't know. Shit.
This is so good.
I was gonna say SZA, so
I'm pretty
I
sure
wouldn't know.
it's Summer Walker or one of them bitches. Who is it, baby?
With Khalid,
Oh, it's 11.
it's 11. All
That
right.
made me a little angry.
Ready for your third round song, honey?
I suppose so, yeah.
Okay.
I miss it when you hit it like that.
Oh, that's my girl, Kaylani.
You know what's getting.
That's my favorite song. by her.
Fucking
It's so
makeup
funny.
like Maybelline.
Fucking makeup.
Mm-hmm.
FNMU.
You be running back once we let it.
Oh my goodness. I love the beat to that song too. That shit kicks. All right. Honey, you're at 4 right now. And Danae is currently at 2.
But it is still anybody's game.
It is still anybody's game. Danae, you ready for your round 4 song?
Mhm.
Do it one more time.
I don't know.
I don't know. Honey, do you want to steal?
I do. Yes.
5 seconds on the clock.
That's Please Me.
That is Bruno Mars and Cardi B. It's called Please Me.
Oh, I felt so slow.
It was that Cardi, that auto-tune Cardi.
The auto-tune singing Cardi, nobody knows. Everybody just thinks it's another R&B bitch,
Yes,
right?
it's that R&B Cardi.
Yep, that's all right. Whew. You're sitting at 5 right now, honey. You ready for your next song?
I am. I feel confident now.
This is your round 4 song for That's My Jam. You are sitting in the contestant seat today. That's crazy.
You be out here playing the victim.
Queen Naija.
That is correct. Queen Naija is correct. It's called Medicine.
How would you like it if I do the things you do?
This is me and Terica's Ruthless song.
All right. Very good, honey. You are sitting now at 6.
I feel like, as long as I got one, because I would hate to be on our own game show that we created and be
You
sitting
did
here
not?
looking like Mike.
All right, Danae. Round 5 is here. It is your turn. Are you ready for your next song?
Yeah.
Take mine, end up on a dateline.
Sweetie?
That is Sweetie. It is Sweetie. Yes, it's Tap In.
I was going to say, I don't know who that is. I was like, that's a little too ratchet for me. I
I was gonna say City Girls. I was literally thinking of Young Miami. I was like,
I would have
it's not
said
that
City
ghetto.
Girls too if I stole it. Like, that's like, oh, ratchet. Oop, City Girls.
Danae sitting at 3, honey. You're sitting at 6. Are you ready for your next song?
I'm ready, yeah.
Why the world can't
Miguel?
I'm going to take it. Janelle Monáe and Miguel. That one is prime time.
Jesus, can you come back from 2014? The hell? I was like, huh?
Well, these are songs you listen to all the time.
Not that one.
Yeah.
I don't really care about Janelle Monáe.
Okay. It's 7-3. Danae, you ready for your round 6 song?
Yes. No.
I believe in you, girl.
I guess I can't complain.
Oh my fucking god. I know. I don't know. I know what I don't know.
I know, but I don't know. Honey, do you want to steal?
Yes,
5 seconds on the clock.
that's Focus.
That is Focus by... Good job, honey.
Wish you would just focus on me.
I literally listen to this like every other day. I feel horrible.
You should feel bad about yourself.
I do.
He gave like the easiest part of the song too.
All right,
I said, what's the bitch name?
honey, are you ready for your round 6 song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Poor lady.
Wonder who you are.
I don't know.
Danae, do you want to steal?
I mean, you said I'm not allowed to say no, so.
No, you
No,
are.
you're allowed to say no
I'm
to
just saying
stealing.
that if you do want to steal, you have to say yes.
Okay, I'm gonna say yes.
Okay,
because I
five-
think I know.
5 seconds on the clock. Let's go.
Is that Kehlani? No? I think it's
No,
Kehlani.
it's not. I'm sorry.
I think it's Kiana
Who is
Lede. Who is that?
You've been playing wicked game.
Yeah, I knew it was that bitch as soon as I got it wrong. Oh, I knew. Oh, I knew as soon as I got it wrong. God damn it. It was the timer.
All right.
Oh, okay.
You're still sitting at 8, honey.
All right, that's fine.
But Danae is sitting at 6. Are you ready for round 3? Ready for round 7?
I mean, yeah. Danae, are you ready for round 7? Danae was like, nah, I'm out.
I'm still stuck on the fact, how did I fuck up that her song? H-E-R.
Oh.
It's okay. I even know her name. Yeah. They did do it like Jeopardy. Her, H-E-R. What's the bitch
What
name?
is? Who is?
Yeah, who
they
is?
are. How am I supposed to say this? All right, Danae, here is your last song clip.
That's on it. He told me to clean my act up.
I don't know, that's ghetto as fuck. It's Doja Cat.
Okay. Oh my God.
That is freak.
Wrong clip. That is freak. You knew it, honey?
I did know.
You knew it right away.
I wanted her to get it wrong. I was cheering for her downfall.
All right. You are sitting with 4 with Michelle at 8. Honey, are you ready for your last song clip tonight?
Yes.
I should be numb to these emotions.
Oh, no! Danae, do you want to steal?
Not at all.
Not at all. Honey, do you know what it is now?
I do, but I can't. It's not coming. Like, it's right there. Normani!
With black, we would have also taken that.
Oh, God.
Honey, you are sitting with 8 with Danae at 4, and now it is time for the quick spin clip. Danae, you ready for the quick spin?
Wait, what? Oh,
What? Yeah, we do something on That's My Jam. It's the quick spin round where we give you a short burst of a song, and the only way to buzz in is by saying your name. This song clip is worth 2 points, and remember, you have to say your name. You can't give the answer. If you give the answer, we have to disqualify it and move on.
All right.
okay.
All right. Here's your quick spin clip.
Michelle,
Go ahead.
Ariana Grande. I don't know the name of the song, but it's definitely Ariana Grande.
We're going to give you 1 point for that.
Oh, I should have guessed Bang Bang.
Jessie J.
It was in the back of my head like that's Bang Bang, and I never guessed
Nicki
it.
Minaj and Ariana Grande for the quick spin. Honey, you walking out of here with 9 points in That's My Jam, your own game.
We did not cheat, so I would win.
Yeah, disclaimer there. Michelle had no idea what songs I was going to pick today. And even down to the point that I told her to leave the room so she didn't hear the songs out of the headphones. So,
Danae, thank you
Danae, thank you so much for
playing
coming
with us.
through today and for having fun, seriously, and thank you so much for supporting the show. We love you,
Of
girl.
course. I need a rematch.
Anytime.
Anytime.
I don't think I'm the one you want to rematch though. Like,
I don't know. I need someone who's musically challenged.
okay, you want to you need to go against Mike. You need Remedial Mike out
Yeah,
here.
Mike is, yeah.
like, Mike struggled.
Well, this story, another traumatizing one, and I'm sorry, we're going to get off the incest at some
Gotta
point.
get off the incest.
Yeah, at some point, but this is a crazy story. So, a Nebraska father who,
Of course.
I was literally about to say it. Damn you, Michelle. I was literally about to say it. I was like, of course it's in Nebraska. There's nothing to do out there. A Nebraska father who committed incest following a jealous competition among half-sisters who each bet that they would have sex with their father before the other was recently released from prison. He's now dishing out life advice via Facebook. So is this guy like
yeah,
incest dad turned vlogger?
I mean, who was it? Jerry Springer was senator turned Jerry Springer. So
I mean, that is true.
I guess everybody gets to do something.
That is true. According to the Mirror, Travis Philcove reunited with his daughter, Samantha Kirshner, in 2018. It was their first time reuniting since Fieldgrove abandoned Kirshner when she was a baby. However, the father-daughter reunion quickly turned sexual. The pair announced their marriage on Facebook not long after when one of Fieldgrove's exes noticed the status update on Facebook. She told local police about the illicit relationship. Investigators used a series of DNA tests to prove Fieldgrove and Kirshner were indeed blood related. And in an even more shocking twist, investigators found that Kirshner's desire to marry her father was rooted in a bet she had made with her half-sister about who could bet their dad first. The daddy-daughter couple were convicted. Fieldgrove was initially sentenced to 2 years in prison, while Kirshner served 22 days in jail. In 2020, Fieldgrove was sentenced to 2 additional years. In early 2022, Fieldgrove was released with orders to have no contact with Kirshner. Since his release, the father has been sharing his advice and musings on Facebook. One thing I realized about my past, I wasn't the man I wanted to be when I went to prison. Then I took classes I didn't have to take just to pass by the time, but they actually helped me in the long run. Fieldgrove writes in one of his posts, I dug and dug for days while I was locked up, and it changed my life, and my life now is amazing, he continues. Adding his best advice is to love one another, not your daughter. Okay. Just get along because being locked up ain't a good life. Oof. In a separate post, Fieldgrove writes, I know life is hard from time to time, but when you have family and granddaughters, bless you, and friends and someone that cares a lot for you, it makes you stop and think life makes it the way you want it to be and to keep pushing forward to a better life. This guy sucks. I hate this guy so much. First of all, you're disgusting. Second of all, I think she should have gotten more time.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think she should have gotten 22 days, especially since she's 18. She knows exactly what she was doing. They know it's wrong, and that's why they had a bet. Her and her sister, her half-sister, had a bet because they knew it was wrong. So they're going to play into who can do the wrong thing first.
I want to know what kind of trauma do you have to have in your life, or like what kind of thing do you have to go through to get older, and then you decide a fun way to spend time is to bet which one of you can have sex with your dad.
Well, and that's exactly it. What happened where she lives? What happened around her
Yeah.
that she is she thinks it's okay to act out that way or actually really act on that bet?
I mean, but what's wrong with him? Like, oh, I didn't see her grow up, so it's okay because she's a woman now. Like, you know full and damn well that that's your child. And the
Yeah.
whole purpose that you were reuniting with her was so that you could get to know her because you didn't have a relationship with her.
Well,
But you
he's
felt
sick.
like instead of getting to know her, it was okay to smash your daughter. Like, are you insane?
I think people like this, and I, like, I'm sorry if it's too extreme, but like I think people like this should be like castrated. Like you serve no purpose. You know what I'm saying? You literally went to the one place everybody knows is wrong.
Yeah.
The one place. Nobody, not one person, you could look them in the eye and be like, hey, like, I have sex with my daughter, and they'll be like, hey, cool, man. That's awesome. Like, cool shit. Nobody.
I mean, people even frown upon it when it's stepkids. So, of course, they're going to frown upon it when it's your actual blood DNA. And then what if you would have gotten her pregnant?
Pregnant. Yes. All the risks you're taking. The amount of risks you're taking when you're playing around like that. That's crazy.
What is going on with these kids?
What?
Like, the kids these days. Like, what happened?
You sound so old.
Like,
You make fun of me for sounding old. That was some old. These kids these days, I tell it.
because I just don't understand what's going on.
It is pretty wild.
Like, what do you do? Like, this bitch ate too many Tide Pods on TikTok.
Yeah.
This is the result. Man, this is tough.
So what happened to the other girl?
That's a good question.
What happened to the other half sister? And is she upset?
They don't speak anymore because she lost the bet.
She lost the bet. Oh man, that's crazy.
No, you know the other sister was the one soaking up her 15 minutes of fame, telling all the news reporters.
She's gonna write a book on
I
it.
told her it was a bad idea, to have sex with our dad, but she insisted, and that's how she wanted to be.
Oh my goodness, that's so real. I'm telling you. All right, you know what we do at the end of our show? We always get to some unpopular opinions, some things that people most definitely, the majority, would not agree with. Honey,
Yes.
go first today.
All right. My first one for this week is that whole cherry tomatoes should not be in a salad.
Yeah, that's tough.
Like, nobody
Slice them up. Stop.
Right.
Nobody's throwing a whole ball of tomato in their mouth.
Like,
Squishy tomato.
They want you to eat them like grapes, and then they only eat like 4.
Yeah.
I get garnish.
All right. My first one is I actually really enjoy sleeping on the floor. There's something very comfortable about sleeping on the floor.
You
And it's-
will get stuck.
And it's actually it's very good for your back to sleep on the floor because it's a good straightener. It kind of straightens out your back a little bit. What's your next one?
People should have to retake their driving tests every few years.
I agree. I especially think this should start at 55 plus. The moment you can get AARP is the moment you should start.
I'm dead. Yo. 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 Yo.
Social security card and sing his driver's license.
Yeah, nice. All right. Go.
Oh, man.
I agree with that, honey. Are we okay? Are we gonna... That's fine. You have fun over there. All right, listen. My second one, New Yorkers are not rude. All right? Like, I hate when people say that New Yorkers are rude. It's not rude. It's called we get to the point.
We're short and sweet with it. That's it.
Yes, we're not trying to waste your time. Listen, you don't waste my time, I don't waste yours. All right?
Point blank period.
And that's exactly what it is. Get to the fucking point. I don't need to stand in line to hear your life story. Hi and bye. Goodbye.
I'm not rude. I'm a jerk off for fun.
I think that's what you should talk about in private with your wife.
How you feel about
Like,
this?
I don't think that
Whoa, hold on.
you should be talking about that on the radio.
How you feel about this one? Sometimes in life you need to be reclusive.
Truth. That's truth.
All right, what's your last one, honey?
So my last one's gonna anger a lot of people, but here's a reality check for you all. I feel like most relationships are loveless. Like,
That's a fucking fact.
you have to earn and work for the love in your relationships with people. It's not just gonna automatically be there because you welcome them into your life. So stop acting like people owe you something because you feel like they should love you because you love them.
I agree. 1,000% on that. No argument. And my last one, I actually really liked sports during the pandemic when there was nobody in the stadiums.
Me too.
There was something about like watching baseball and hearing the crack of the bat loudly, and you don't have to listen to fucking people yelling.
You didn't have to look at the kiss cam. You didn't have
Yes,
to worry
like,
about
it
somebody
wasn't-
getting proposed to.
Yes, it wasn't so fan based and like you got to focus on the crowd. It really was about the sport, and that was across all sports. So I think there was something really special about watching sports during the pandemic. But those are some unpopular opinions we hold. Make sure you let us know of some of yours by using the hashtag DITDM opinion. And that'll be at Down in the DM Pod for Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok.